Hey there, hey you. My name is Tanika Maria Breeden, and I am the founder, the author, speaker, creator of the Get Real, Be Healed YouTube channel that you're here listening to right now. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank my current subscribers. I've never personally thanked you for subscribing, and I just wanted to take a moment to come out here, record a quick video. What you've been seeing previously has been me uploading things from Periscope and putting them on YouTube because I'm very active on multiple social media platforms. But right now, I want to be consistent and intentional to address your needs and speak to you on YouTube. And by way of an introduction and to lay a foundation, again, I am Tanika Maria Breeden. I'm a certified Christian life coach. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and most of all, and most importantly, I'm a mom and I'm a daughter of the King. I'm a daughter of God. And so I'm all about helping you get real, be healed, and walk in emotional wholeness, peace, and clarity. Emotional healing, emotional mastery, and emotional resiliency is so important if we want to walk in wholeness. And if we want to have healthy relationships, guess what? We have to be wholehearted people. We have to be wholehearted men and wholehearted women. We can't be broken and fragmented and trying to come together and have a healthy and wholesome relationship. So we have to address the foundational issues of why we have dysfunctional dynamics in our relationships. And so on today, I just wanted to come out here, introduce myself, and those of you who may catch this and you're not a subscriber, definitely go check out my videos, hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the little bell so that you can get the notifications. My intention is to come out on YouTube at least once a week with one in-depth teaching. And I know that something will resonate with you, something will trigger you, something that will transform you, edify you, uplift you in your journey to healing. And if you're in that place of brokenheartedness where you feel like, God, I can't keep doing this relationship like this anymore. God, this is not working for me. Then I have something for you. There's lots of things that I'll be offering, lots of strategies, lots of tools and knowledge and things that we don't normally think about when it comes to relationships. So definitely go through the videos, go back and take notes, and just let God speak to your heart as you hear things that resonate with you. Because like one of my mentors says, truth has a weight to it. So when you hear the truth that your soul needs to hear, you're going to know it. You're going to know it. Okay, and real quick, as before I wrap this up, I didn't want to be here before you long, but I wanted to just share a few nuggets since this is mostly going to be about relationships and emotional healing, because again, that's my passion. I'm all about emotional healing, mastery, resiliency, and healthy relationships. I have one of my books here. I actually should have gotten the other one, but my second book, A Woman's Journey Home, 14 Keys to Ascending to the Next Dimension, and I just wanted to share a brief nugget about getting out of dead-end relationships. And I wanted to give you some tips and some tools on what are the criteria? What are the criteria of someone that you should be considered dating? And again, I'm coming from a Christian perspective and a Christian background. And those of you who are believers, who want to do things in a godly fashion and who are about your Father's business, those of you who are about functioning and flowing in purpose, your God-ordained purpose and destiny, and you're really digging deep to look, okay, what are the qualities and what are the criteria of someone? I've done my inner healing work. I paid my suffering dues. I've been there. I've done that. I've got the t-shirts. What kind of person do I need to be in a relationship with? How can I have a healthy, mature, evolving, and loving relationship? So let's look at this. I'm going to give you a few tips, and then we're going to wrap this up on today. For those of us who have done a lot of inner healing, deliverance, and mindset renewal work, I'm reading straight from our book. It is imperative and necessary that we connect with individuals who. So I'm talking to you. You're on the other side of this, listening at this video. You've done your inner healing work. You've gone through some deliverance work. You've taken the time to renew your mind. You've taken yourself off out of the dating world. You're not dating 1,000 people and trying to be out here with all these dates and dinners. You've sat yourself down so that you can heal. These are the criteria that you need to be looking for when you're putting yourself back out there again. Number one, and if you're a believer, this is what I'm speaking to. If you're not, we'll address that later. But right now, number one, you need a person that has a genuine and evolving relationship with God as a true believer in Christ. There's a difference between a person who truly believes in Christ and a person that's just what I call, quote, a cultural Christian. I'm a Christian by way of the culture definition, but when it comes to actually, really, honestly, genuinely believing and actually obeying and living it out, I'm not doing that. You can be a cultural Christian, but not a real Christian. So if you have a real, genuine relationship with Christ, the person that you link with cannot be a cultural Christian. I'll let that sit with you. They have to have a genuine and evolving relationship. Number two, take these notes down. They must be at your level emotionally, spiritually, and intellectually. So you got to be on the same level on multiple dimensions. This is why it's so critical not to connect with someone when you're in a place of transition. This is why it's so critical not to connect with some if you're still up and down and in and out yourself and not really knowing who you are and you're still in that healing place or you're about ready to rebound. No, because who you are back then when you're in your messy state, that's not who you're going to be when you get flowing in your purpose. Don't connect with someone when you're here and you know you're broken and tore up and struggling and you're jacked up. Wait until you've healed so that you can come in at the higher level. No, but what we do is we connect with people when we're at our low state, and then they cannot ascend to us when we've come to another place, when we've done some work. Now that other person cannot rise with you. You want a person that's at your level or that's maybe higher and that can help you can come up together, but not while you're in your valley. So you want a person, number three, that has cooperated with God and done their soul work. Again, this is healing up from past traumas, past relationship dramas, and romantic soul ties. You want to get involved with and seriously consider to date in terms of going to the next level of courtship, someone who's done their soul work. They've taken the time to sit with God. They've taken the time. They've made that appointment with their pain. They've dealt with their past. They've cut the ties to the past. They're not slipping and dipping with the ex repeatedly or multiple exes. They've closed the door and they've healed. There's a difference between closing the door on a relationship and actually healing from that relationship. We got lots of closed doors, but that doesn't mean we're healing. I'll do a separate topic on that. And so number four, so I have how many keys? I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 keys. So we're on key number 4. They are expanded enough in their own hearts to be able to receive the love that we have to offer. And I'm reading straight from my book. You can get it on Amazon. I give the details in the description here. They are expanded enough in their own hearts to be able to receive the love that you have to offer. So your heart has to be expanded for love. And for your heart, and when you connect with someone, if their heart is still bitter, if from their past relationships, if they're still full of soul ties where they're spiritually connected and thinking about and in connection with and in communication with multiple people from their past, and if their heart is still unhealed and wounded and bruised, then the heart is too small. I heard it said, we pray prayers where we're asking God for a mansion-sized blessing, but our hearts are only the size of a little tiny closet. And it's the same way it comes to when it's romantic relationships. We want God to send us somebody at this level, but our heart is so tiny and small. And when you're on the opposite end in terms of looking for a relationship, you're positioning yourself for that healthy relationship. Not only must your heart be expanded enough to receive the love that you're praying for, that means you're healing up all that junk in there, but the person that you're considering, their heart has to be big enough to receive the love that you have. If the hearts are not big enough, then both people will self-sabotage. We will repel that which we need so desperately. We crave love. We want love. We want to be seen, safe, secure. We want to know that we're intimately and deeply known. But if my heart is not big enough to receive the love that I deeply crave and deserve, then I'm going to repel it. I'm going to self-sabotage the relationship. I will either run from the relationship or I'll ruin the relationship. So the heart has to be big enough. So the person that you're considering, I'm giving criteria for those that for you when you're putting yourself back out there again. So we said that was number 4. Number 5, have the capacity to return love, support, and companionship to us at the same level we give. Now, this is really, really important. The person that you're considering when you're putting yourself back out there, do they have the capacity to give you the same love, the same companionship, the same support? Are they able to give it the same way you give it? Are you going to be in a one-sided relationship where you're the one that's doing all the giving? You're the one that's doing all the putting out in terms of the effort to keep the relationship, to sustain the relationship, everything that it takes in terms of love, support, consistency, companionship, really being there for somebody. Does that person have the capacity to come at that level, at the same level that you're giving? If they don't, you're not going to work. And number 7, I believe. Number 7, that was 6. I got my numbers wrong, you guys. They must be serious and intentional about ongoing personal growth and development. This is really huge. This is really, really huge. If you're out there talking about, I'm a boss babe, I'm hustling, I'm going to do my purpose, I'm fulfilling my calling in God, and I'm going to be growing and developing and being the best version of me every day, and you hook up with somebody that just wants to sit on the couch and play video games and eat potato chips and Doritos and whatnot and watch Netflix, and you're out here busting around trying to do what God called you to do. You're busting around doing your best to be your best person. You're getting coaching. You have mentors. You're growing constantly. Then the person that you connect with needs to be the same way. There ain't nothing worse than rolling over in the bed at night and looking at somebody and they are totally out of alignment with your purpose. They have to be in alignment with your purpose and in that place of ongoing personal growth. This means a person has to be mature enough to realize that they don't have it all together, that there's always growth to do, that I must always continue to be the best version of myself, that they're open to new things, new experiences, stretching their mind, renewing their mind, not just somebody that's stuck. You don't want to connect with someone with the proclivity to be stuck in a rut. That's not what you want in your relationship. So that is a key. They must be serious and must be intentional about ongoing personal growth and development. And the last one, they must be actively engaged in their life's purpose and calling. So they don't need to be perfect. They may be in the baby stages, but they need to be engaging. If that person has found their purpose and believe that God has called them to do a certain thing, be it in, whether it's, I'm not talking about ministry. I'm just talking about your life calling. If your life calling is to be a doctor and a lawyer, then that's it. If your calling is to help homeless children or whatever it is, then that person needs to be in their purpose too. And your purposes need to connect together or be in alignment. They don't need to be the same. They won't be the same, but that person needs to have a purpose for life. They need to have an idea about why God put them in the earth. Nothing worse than being with a person who don't know who they are. You want to be with someone who knows who they are, what God, they have an idea of they're moving in the direction that they believe God is calling them to. And they're clear and they're confident in that. They won't be perfect. They may be in the baby stages of it. They may be just getting started, or they may be well into it. But whatever level they're coming in at, you want them to be activated in their purpose, because you'll be misaligned. You'll be unequally yoked. You're all in your purpose and follow in the flow of your calling, and that person is stuck. And so those are the keys of what you need to be looking for so that you can connect with the right person at the right time, at your right level, where you are in alignment spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, in terms of calling, purpose, maturity, development, and healing. Also, you want to have the chemistry and the physical attraction as well. All things must be in alignment. You can't make a relationship clearly on lust and chemistry and physical attraction, but you do need to be able to have that baseline attraction there. That is very critical and key. And again, I shared this brief nuggets from chapter 6 out of my book, A Woman's Journey Home, 14 Keys to Ascending to the Next Dimension. It is available on Amazon. You can just Google me and I have the information here. And there's more, so much more meat, and I'll be sharing more from this book. Definitely will do that. So definitely follow me here on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. You can follow me on Instagram. I have my Instagram icon link and my Periscope link. We can catch me when I go live on Periscope and we can interact and chat there. And you have those links there. You can find me at Get Real Be Healed on Instagram and also on Periscope. And I believe it was something else I wanted to mention to you all, but now I can't remember what it is. But I'm just thankful. I'm honored to be back out here, and I will be consistent to post videos consistently here on YouTube for my YouTube family. So God bless you. Take care, and I'll be back out here next week. Take care and talk to you soon.